Everyone, how you doing? It's Dan here with 5 tips to grow your YouTube channel. Now, if you never thought about starting off a YouTube channel, now is the time. We'll guide you through the process, we'll hold your hand, and we'll get you there. Now, tip number 1, very important. Before you do anything and you want to start a YouTube channel, this is the first thing you should do. Tip number 1, make a list of 5 things. Give yourself plenty of time on this one, take a half an hour. What are the 5 things you are passionate about? The things that you can talk about easily. The things that you can bring to the table that maybe nobody else can. And if they do, you can add a new twist. So people will tune in and watch. Now, out of those 5 things, do a search on the search bar on YouTube. And if there isn't a lot of traction, go and make a video on one of them and see how you get on. Now, before you do all that, tip number 2 is get your hands on that free app called CapCut. It's free for starters and you don't need to spend any money. And that's what you need when you want to grow and kick off a YouTube channel. CapCut is a great app. Familiarize yourself with it. Give yourself a couple of days. Go through all the tips and tricks. There's so much on it. You will be constantly learning, from animation to sound effects to music. It's all free. It's up to you how you want to use it. But all you need to do is familiarize yourself with it. That is tip number 2. Move on now to tip number 3. You're all ready and you're set and prepared. You've done your research and you're there to do your first video. Before you do anything, make a plan of when you're going to post. When you're starting out doing YouTube videos, make a clear and concise plan. And the following times would be a good time to post. Now, you don't have to do this every day. I would suggest, if you're starting off a YouTube channel, try and do these maybe 3 times a week. That is plenty of time. Do it anymore and you'll just suffer from burnout. And you don't need that when you're starting off. So the times I would suggest are in the morning at 11:16. In the afternoon at around 2:16, and in the evening at 7:16. Now, you know that I'm saying 16 there. That's the reason that less people will be posting as opposed to if you post on the quarter hour. So that gives you more of a chance to be seen and more people could see your video. Now, out of those 3, I would suggest, if you can, try and post in the evening at 7:16. It gives more people an opportunity to view. And if you post at 7:16 Monday, Wednesday and Friday, you are building up a bit of loyalty with your brand and with the people who view your videos. So that would be my suggestion to you. Again, totally up to yourself. That would be a good time if you're posting in, say, Ireland, Europe. If you're in the US or Canada, perhaps you can tune that into your own local time. So -5, -6 hours from that. But I think you know where I'm getting at. Try and post at those hours and be consistent. 3 times weekly is sufficient to get you going. It'll give you enough feedback from the videos that you're putting up to see how the video is getting on. Now, don't get disheartened because you may not get a lot of views. Try and set a bar for yourself. You're looking basically at the start for 100 views. That doesn't seem a lot in the great scheme of things, but when you're starting out, 100 views is attainable. If you can get 100 views, try and aim for 1,000 views. And next, try and aim for 5,000. That is all attainable, but it all takes time to build. Now, treat this YouTube channel as if it is a job, not a hobby. Because if you treat it like a job, you will put more time and more effort into it. So try posting those times and see how it goes for you. And that, by the way, is tip number 3. We look at tip number 4 now. You're getting views and you're getting a bit of feedback. Now, regarding feedback, please, and I urge you to reply to every single bit of feedback because it helps build your brand, build your audience, and try and acknowledge everybody who takes time and trouble to send you feedback. Now, word of warning, not every person will be polite, but you have to have a thick skin for YouTube, so bear with it. You're in it for the long haul. Do not take any notice of people posing and saying negative things. This is going to happen sooner rather than later, and it is a combination of factors. Everything from jealousy to downright rude. But it's like being in any job when you go into it. No one is going to like you completely. You'll have people that will like you. You will have people who will dislike you. It's just part of life. Just put it behind you and just move on. And that brings me to tip number 5. As I said, do not get disheartened and take this work as a job and not a hobby. It takes time. And remember to set a bar for your views. And again, do not at all get disheartened if you're only getting 20 or 30 views. You can learn from all of these things as you go on. And by the way, as someone who's made 400 videos, I'm still learning to this very day. The video that you think is going to get a lot of views will hardly get no views. You just can't get around the algorithm. Having said that, sometimes I have crafted a video and it has taken over 2 hours with fine-tuning the script, honing in on the various things to polish the video, from sound effects to animations and more. But listen to this one. I just threw a video together, and this is only a couple of months ago. It took 15 minutes. 15 minutes. I just threw it together and put it up and got 40,000 views. There is just no gauge to the algorithm. So what I'm saying to you, do not get disheartened if you get 20 views. You're obviously going to be delighted if you get 40,000 views, because it'll urge you to make more and more videos. So there's my tip. Do not get disheartened. Just keep going. Keep plowing on, and it will come around. It just needs time, lots of time. And if you can put the time in, you will reap the rewards. Those are 5 tips for you to be going on with. If you've just started a YouTube channel, let us know how you're getting on. Anything, tips that you have, any problems that you have, let us know here in the email. We'd be glad to help. We're not here to look for money. All we want is to help you along your journey, to be creative and to make YouTube work for you. Because you can bring your passion and your style and your own unique take to YouTube. It is all down to you. I'm here to help. If you like what you see, by the way, today, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. It helps more people find our channel, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Remember, use that email address anytime. You can stay anonymous if you wish, or if you want us to mention you here, we can do so as well. It's all there to help you to make it a success. I'm Dan. Catch you soon for more tips on YouTube.